NRG Stadium as we are going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Another opportunity to put on the headgear and finish this season on a winning note comes in the Texas Bowl. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Tennessee started out strong but limped to the finish line in the SEC last year, going just 4-4. There is work to be done. They did not get extra eligibility for their quarterback, but known as the quarterback whisperer, Josh Heupel looks to rebuild at Tennessee. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Buckeyes offense who will have the football first. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They're going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people, and they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier. Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, as a quarterback, you know, if you put the ball anywhere near this guy, anywhere in his vicinity with his catch radius and his athleticism, he's going to be able to snag it. They weren't able to hit him in stride, but he bails his quarterback out with an awesome diving catch.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Smith's got it. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Julian Saying to throw. Got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Tennessee's offense will now get its first chance with the football. Deshaun Bishop, and he'll be matched up on the other side with another guy who's one of the most productive running backs in the game. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback.
It's so much fun when you watch games like this. In college football today, it's about tempo and spreading out and air raid and throwing it. These 2 top 25 teams pride themselves on being physical offensively and running the ball. And we've got 2 of the better running backs in the entire country facing off today. This thing isn't going to be necessarily the sexiest matchup. This is old school. This is handing the football off and finding out which of these 2 running backs can win the day and make the most plays.
The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wideout. He'll take it himself. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
The run inside. It's Bishop. Got a little grass. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry. And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done, and they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Fires to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He sends two wideouts right, two to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Bishop. There's some room. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Quarterback keep. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
This defense has given up ground, but stood tall at the end. Forced a field goal last time. They'll try to do it again. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Picks up the first down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick strike complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Sayin. Open on the left side, it's Smith. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's good from 58 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here is the Tennessee offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things, and that first half needs some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. And tackled there by the defense.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, there's open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Vols are rolling down the field. The short hands, it's Davis. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
So now it's second and long. The run inside. It's Bishop.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it.
How about that snag, man? Some people need two hands to catch the football. He just needs one. Like, big-time play, catches the ball, and then doesn't fall down. After the catch, still wants to get more yards, get upfield, and create the explosive play. That was a fun play to watch.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Bit, and the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Sayin on the play action. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The kick is on its way. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Running inside, it's Bishop. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They'll keep it on the ground. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Finding some room. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Ohio State calls its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
And it's gone! They've stretched out the lead, and now And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Sayin to throw. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one, make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big here late.
Sayin back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Throwing, Sayin. He's got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4-wide-out set. Gets rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sayin. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Again, it's Sayin. Looking for the score. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
All right, now that play's over. Now I got to know this is it. This is my last play. I got to save my best for last. If I get in the end zone, I win this football game. So what is my play? Who is my player that I'm highlighting to go try to get this done?
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. He's got the tight ends. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.